Huge shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you're interested in gaining a channel membership, then feel free to head over to my channel profile and click the join button. Also, we do have a Ninjago Discord server. It's a great way to communicate with myself and many others. For more details on that, click the very first link at the very top of the description of this video. Hey there everyone, and welcome on into the channel for a new upload. Now, I think that for this week, I'm going to be talking a whole lot about this all-new Ninjago Quest for the Lost Powers book, as to be honest, big stuff was revealed here, so big in fact that it definitely should have been in the show. But that's besides the point. The point is, with all of the new content that has now been released to us, I've got a lot that I want to talk about, and so I have decided that one of my complaints from Kai's story does actually completely deserve its own video, as I think this is an important discussion to have, and you're going to see why in just a moment. Now, I don't want to keep dwelling on the video I made yesterday here by any means, but if you didn't see that review, then essentially, to sum things up nicely here, I enjoyed Kai's story quite a fair bit. Of course, though, it wasn't perfect by any means whatsoever, but it was solid for what it was, especially, and that's really all I can say about it. But one of my main complaints with the story came in the form of Kai's attitude and personality overall. Now, essentially here, Kai was absolutely just horrible towards Skylor, and there were a lot of times where Kai completely lashed out at her unnecessarily and treated her terribly to an unreasonable extent. And to an extent, right, some frustration can be expected with Kai, and it can be separated, as, well, Kai is known to be very hot-headed, and he wasn't really thinking straight at all at this point in time, like, at all. He had just lost his powers, and for somebody like Kai, that's enough to drive him completely insane, and basically, he made all kinds of rash decisions as a result of it. So some frustration I can excuse. But still, I think that what was shown in this particular story, in this book, was completely over the top, which to me is absolutely very strange and is honestly quite horrible in a lot of areas. Kai usually, although he is definitely hot-headed, right, is shown to be a pretty considerate person overall, and even if he is shown to be maybe disrespectful to others, or whatever you really want to label it as, I do not believe that it's ever to the extent of what we saw in his story in this new book, especially to someone we know he cares a lot for, Skylor in this case. It just felt so off to me, and I do hope that this isn't some form of trend that continues into the future when it comes to Kai. I hope this personality trait isn't some form of new thing they're going with, where he's just flat out disrespectful and pretty horrible to people he cares deeply about, as I think it would just be a real shame overall, and despite me liking this particular chapter of the book, I just felt that this definitely ruined it in a lot of cases, and I think it could have been pretty much close to perfect if it wasn't for this, but unfortunately that's just not how it went. So overall, I guess that what I'm really trying to get at here is the fact that Kai felt very, very strange in this particular story, and again, while I still am absolutely a fan of this story overall, all things considered, the moments where he completely lashes out at Skylor definitely feel like a little too much to my liking, as, well, simply put, it just does not feel like the Kai we all know and love, necessarily. With all of this being said, though, I believe that's basically going to cover it for my thoughts here. There's not really too much else I can actually go over with regards to this. So with this all being said, I do turn it over to you all now. Feel free to leave any of your own thoughts and opinions on this down below in the comments. I would love to hear your own thoughts on this. If you did enjoy this video, though, leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel for more, and hit that notification bell so that you can be the first to watch my new content whenever I do first post it. And with all of this being said, I will see you all very soon for my next one. Goodbye, everybody.